got me a jalapeno margarita and 3 enchiladas. Hear ya. I also did the Mexican route. Did me a nice big old burrito. Couple margaritas. Man, I love a jalapeno one. That's the only kind I really like. Never had one before. You gotta try it out. I want to see a picture of it. So when you drink a few of those things, what hurts more the next day? Bottom end or top end? It's balanced.
It was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Cinco de Drinko.
And we couldn't participate. We could have.
Yeah.
Would have been a rough.
It would have been a rough one.
Rough morning the next morning, Monday morning.
But I don't like jalapeno margaritas. I don't like jalapeno stuff.
No.
Oh, no.
Especially not in margaritas. I like jalapenos.
I tried jalapeno beer one time.
Hey.
It wasn't good.
Sturtle's eating the carpet.
There's an owl over there.
People are going to be
Get the
so
owl.
mad
There
that
you go.
they
All right,
can't
he laid
see
down.
him in the camera shot. Oh, well.
Maybe we're just lying about him being here.
Maybe we're just really
making
good
stuff up.
actors.
Yeah. That's what we do.
Don't give.
You don't like a jalapeno margarita?
No.
Oh, I do. A little
Just make
spice.
just make it a normal margarita.
Are you a fan of Bloody Marys?
No.
Yeah. See.
Micheladas?
Yeah.
What?
A michelada?
What is that?
Isn't it like beer and the
Spicy
tomato,
beer? Yeah.
spicy tomato juice.
No.
No.
Not really. I'm not a big like mixed drink guy. I don't like I like strawberry daiquiris.
Oh yeah.
When I'm on strictly vacation.
What
then
about a
on
Miami
cruise.
Vice?
I like Miami Vice. I think I had my first Miami Vice when I was in Hawaii.
What exactly is a Miami Vice?
It's
Is
a
it just
mix
like
of
rolled up sleeves on a sports coat?
Mustaches.
It's strawberry daiquiri and pina colada swirled.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty tasty,
Yeah, it's I can only do one because
especially if you
The
do it in
sugar.
like a yard.
yeah,
The sugar is is what kills you.
and it melts really fast. So you have to drink it really fast.
Then you get a brain freeze.
Yeah, it's just terrible stuff.
Dangerous.
All right. When you do drink a margarita, on the rocks or frozen?
I like frozen.
I'm on the rocks all the way with salt on the rim.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do salt.
No salt?
salt
no,
for me.
no thought
What?
on the margarita.
Gross.
It was
Salt is
clearly
nasty.
thought on the margarita. I'll put strychnine in the guacamole.
I do
So
not
you don't
like salt.
salty foods, or you don't like
No.
salty drinks?
No, I just don't like
Like taking a
salt
lick of
on
salt.
the rim of my drink. Let me drink my drink without getting big salt all over my lips every time.
So I
And it
take
dries
it.
my mouth out.
I take it. Up in Dover, up there in Delaware,
Dover.
which is right near Camden Yards and Baltimore and the Orioles and all that.
Oh, okay.
National Bohemian is their beer. They have this thing called a Chesapeake Bay Margarita,
Right.
where you take Old Bay and put it on the rim of the glass,
Oh, I've seen places do
and
that.
then you drink the beer.
I've seen it for like a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Like Old Bay on the rim. I'm not a fan of that.
What, Old Bay on the rim?
I like. Careful. I like. I like-
what?
I like
wouldn't
Old
say
Bay
anything.
like as a seasoning for some fries. Or on
shrimps?
some scramps.
Scramp.
Those scramps.
I don't know. I just don't like. I don't know. I don't like a lot of. Like it kills me. I feel like So my dad loves margaritas.
Really,
Dave
Dave's
is-
a margarita guy.
He's not a big drinker, but he'll have like margaritas on special occasions.
Okay.
Mike's hard.
Somehow that just
Yeah,
seems so
you've told
fitting.
us that. I
Like
love
that.
that.
That
Yeah.
seems fitting.
Never just seen him drink anything else. And Smirnoff, a little Smirnoff
Ooh.
ice.
Okay.
But likes margaritas. And I think it's always funny when he orders a margarita. I always tell him to bring it in the big daiquiri glass
Yeah.
for him. I'm like, bring it out.
How does
'cause
Dave
he likes
order
it.
his margaritas?
He likes them frozen. No
okay.
salt either.
No salt, frozen.
But he
so he likes
specifically-
Slurpees.
Yeah, he specifically asked for the non-daiquiri glass every time. But I'm like, give him the daiquiri
him.
glass. Yeah.
Give him the like
You gotta know what you're ordering.
extra fancy birthday daiquiri glass.
Yeah.
That's like,
Make sure there's like 5 umbrellas in it.
oh, poor
You got to
Dave.
have all the umbrellas.
Yeah.
And the little plastic animals.
Yep. Yeah. He's
Do
got
they
to have
put
it
those
all.
on drinks anymore at
Sparklers.
places?
What?
The little plastic animals, like that they sometimes would put on the side. There used to be a place called Jungle Gyms in Orlando, and anytime you ordered like a drink, they would put these little plastic animals on the side.
There was a place in Daytona that if you ordered a fish bowl, I think they called it like the Shark Tank or something like that, it came with like a little plastic shark in it. And it came in like a fish bowl. I still
Hopefully you
have the
don't-
shark
Sporty.
somewhere. Yeah.
Hopefully, you don't drink the shark.
No, it was big enough that you wouldn't. Yeah, it's like this big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's just taking up room then.
Yeah, his name's Felix. He now sits on my desk.
Felix.
Not really Felix. I just made that up right now.
Now I have the shark song in my head, but I'm not going to sing it because I
Which
don't want
one? The baby shark thing?
Daddy shark.
Okay. No, you did it. You did it. You did. That's going to now be stuck. It's better than.
You asked.
I don't know that one. So
Baby shark.
Better than the past few weeks heading into Talladega, Old Town Road. We did a thing for that on NASCAR.com, or it might have been on YouTube. That song was stuck in my head for weeks.
What song?
Old Town Road?
I'm sure I know the song. I just don't know the title.
I think it was Lil Nas X and
that song.
and Miley Cyrus's dad,
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray. William Raymond Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Bill Ray.
He finally told his heart.
That song's so funny to me.
Breaky heart. Yeah.
The song grew on me a little. I hated it at first, and I was like,
It's a pretty funny song, man. Like,
It's more funny than anything.
oh, the guy in it sounds so country, and he's not.
Well, and the original video was all like not Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption 2 footage.
Yeah.
Like that was his video on YouTube was.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
You
song.
know that
People like it
they
now.
stopped playing it on country, like they refused to play it on country stations because they were like, this is not a country song.
What wasn't country about it?
It's got Billy Ray Cyrus in it.
Now, yeah. Well, they did the remix to add more country elements to it.
I didn't know
Billy Ray Cyrus was the added country element.
Ah, okay.
He don't get more country than a mullet and an achy breaky heart.
Billy Ray.
Just don't
Miley
think you'd
Ray.
understand. Sorry, that one. Now that song is stuck in my head. Thank you,
Don't
Billy Ray.
do it.
I'm not.
Wait, so Dover, you didn't have to go to Dover, Chucky.
I did not go to Dover, but I got the rain that y'all had in Dover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
We got it at like 1:30 Saturday morning in the middle of a field in Northern Virginia.
Ah,
Yeah.
Virginia.
had to go back to your tent.
Yeah, well, we didn't have a tent because we
Oh,
had struck
no.
camp.
Did you get swept away in the floodwaters?
I did.
Did you really?
Not really. So it started to rain at like 1:30 and like we'd kind of covered up and like everybody starts like going, it's raining, oh my God, and running. And I cramped up, like both of my legs like went full cramp mode.
Like your calves?
Like my calves,
There's
because
nothing
we had,
worse than a calf cramp.
You gotta stretch
Well-
before these reenactments. Chuck.
Well, see,
you
the
never
thing is-
know if you got to run away from some people or what.
I did. I stretched a little bit. We did a little march that evening. We went about 2 miles in under an
Are you
hour.
like marching like knees up?
Full gear, like, like
kind of a workout.
50, 60 pounds of gear, and, old boots, not the most comfortable things on a rocky road. And
At Old Town Road.
it was an old town road. And yeah, so I was a little sore when I laid down to go to sleep and didn't expect a little bit of rain, not a monsoon.
So you didn't have any covered. You just slept outside.
Well, the second night, first night we had tents and we recreated
flooded?
down to like the minute of, all right, they got these orders at this time in the day to strike camp and march off because there were reports of the enemy in the area.
Right.
And we loaded up wagons with horses and marched off. Like, honestly, it was the 6 to 10-year-old in me was in absolute heaven. It was like Christmas morning because
Wait, there's a 6-year-old in you?
6 to 10-year-old.
Careful.
Easy.
Easy.
My inner child.
Your inner child.
My
There you
inner
go.
child. I mean, it's like it was like Christmas morning because everything was exactly how it was back then and probably hasn't been done like that in 150 years.
That's cool.
So nerd me loved it. Nerd me
Besides the cramps.
right. Well, yeah, but you know what? The cramps. It was like I laugh at it now. It was funny. I laughed at it 15 minutes later. Well, we didn't have bananas.
But
We didn't have. I'm saying
Okay.
we didn't have
I was
bananas to eat.
pretty sure there were bananas.
There
back
were
then.
bananas.
Pretty sure bananas are over 150 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying they were not physically in. We had whiskey, no bananas.
Probably didn't help your cramps.
No, but it helped. Helped later on to get back to sleep.
Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well,
And there was
you-
a fire.
Kim was at Dover.
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 I was at Dover. And
We got
Sunday
stuck
was
in
great.
Dover.
We got stuck in Dover. I knew they were going to do this Sunday. So it was supposed to rain a lot. So it was like a big U shape kind of coming towards us. And they were like, oh, we got this window. I'm like, you don't have a window. And it was like misting a little bit the whole time. And it just kind of lightened up enough for them to get the track drive. Track drives very fast. Concrete tracks drive very fast. And I was like, they're calling us to our cars Sunday. And I'm like, we're going to run pace laps and it's going to rain. Like you can see the rain. But they're like, go, you got to go. I'm like, okay. And so we run like 5 or 6 pace laps and it starts raining.
Of course.
And we come back in and they're like, okay, tomorrow.
The over-under
Great.
was the competition caution at 40. I was like, that's what on Pivot Road people were saying. That was the over-under mark. And I was like, they're not
Yeah.
even going to get the green flag.
No. But we got it in Monday, but Monday was beautiful.
It really was.
It was a great day.
It's a fast race.
Was.
It was very quick, yeah.
Quick.
You
You had a pretty good
it
race.
makes it, we were good the first 300 laps. Then we went downhill. But, Monday races always makes it today not feel like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Monday.
And it's a shortened week because it's a Saturday night race.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be a short week for sure. Anyways, the Met Gala was last night.
Yes,
I saw
it
some
was.
crazy. I don't get the Met Gala. What? Okay, explain to me for someone who has no idea about it.
Should we go to Kim on this?
Yeah. What?
I don't even know that I can explain it, but I can try.
Well, what is the Met Gala? Like,
It's like a celebration of fashion
okay.
and the what is it? The costume and design. There's like a museum. I just watch it for the over the top clothing on the red carpet.
The Met Gala, formerly called the Costume Institute Gala, also known as the Met Ball,
Yes,
is the
that's
annual fundraising gala for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City.
That's it. The costume
Costumes.
Institute. The Costume
See,
Institute.
I feel like they could choose a better word than costume. Costumes to me is like Halloween costumes.
Well, I feel like that's kind of where some of them were going, and I feel like if they changed it from just, it's the Met Gala, if they said it's the Met Costume Gala, it would make more sense to see Jared Leto with his head in his hand.
That was crazy.
Wait, he had his head in his hand?
He had a mannequin head, but it was his head. And
I
it
gotta
was
look it up.
super realistic.
No way.
Like incredibly realistic. I have a problem with the people that show up at the Met Gala, like not really falling under the theme of things. For instance, Tom Brady and Giselle, they looked wonderful last night. Did they follow the theme of camp? I don't think so.
Well,
the theme
I
was
feel
a
like
little
you
weird,
can
though.
you can go there and just dress normal.
You could.
Like,
It's more fun to see people just be outrageous.
holy hell, well, that's weird,
Right?
And his
Kinda
dress
crazy.
is very weird.
And then Ezra, what's his face?
he's
I can
wearing
never
he's wearing a gown.
His look was trippy too because he had like 8 eyes. I have really bad service in here, so I'm not gonna be able to pull it up. It's fine.
I don't.
Whatever.
It's just like
That's
like
Ezra Miller.
it's just like an excuse for people to dress up like super weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's just an excuse. It's weird. I know it's probably benefiting what the costume cause or whatever, right? It goes to
Cause of so to give less fortunate people costumes.
yeah,
yeah.
but
Where?
I don't know. I just don't get that stuff. Like dress up, pretty much dress up. Like,
Look,
What is that one?
that's
is that
Ezra Miller.
Oh, okay.
like it's like Halloween
Crazy.
in the summer. Like,
But- so what was the theme? The theme was camp?
Camp, but not like camp, like camping or
No, but like I'm
But
thinking like
you had-
60s camp, like that over the top.
yeah, like very intense, like
Yeah.
extravagant. And a lot of people were extravagant, but then some just fell really below the bar.
I don't get it.
yeah.
You had
that
to
one
read the
is-
articles to really understand, and it was based on like a written work of somebody.
Yeah, that is.
Last year, the theme was like celestial / what's it called? Like spiritual or something.
Spiritual
Ghosts.
See, kitsch. Like kitsch is
Yeah, like
But
kitschy.
see, that none
Just
of that seemed
exaggerated, theatrical, extravagant.
Yeah.
Those
Over
kind
the
of
top,
things. Over the
flamboyant.
top.
Okay. Yeah, but that just I don't know. When I think I think of what's that movie with they did the remake Italian Job, the original Italian Job. When I think of camp, that's what I think of. The 60s version of Batman and the original 60s Batman. That's
I think
camp.
of Roger
Yeah.
Moore as James Bond.
Camp.
Camp.
Yeah, but none of that seemed like Jared Leto holding Jared Leto head.
Yeah, but it was
Or-
extravagant.
Yeah.
No, this is weird.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. That's like very. What do they call that? Narcissism. I mean, he's holding his own head.
Yeah.
True. I wonder what he did with it. What do
He's
you
like-
do with
They probably cut a hole in the
with
mouth
a
or something.
Oh God! If you're really into yourself, perhaps.
He has to be into himself. He's carrying around his own face.
intended. Pun intended.
He's carrying around his own face like that.
You liked that pun. Well,
That got me.
I did think it was funny. Amy Schumer, I guess, was on her way to the hospital to give birth. She's been pregnant for like 18 years, it feels like. And she was like in her...
She's giving birth to a full-grown human.
She was like in her like maternity pajamas and stopped by the red carpet. This was like the day before and took a photo just to make fun of it, which I thought was funny. Yeah. People take it seriously. The invitations it's really expensive, I think, to go too.
Yeah, I don't know. Tax break.
I think you have to be invited.
Well, I mean, I feel like
Can't just show
that's
up?
the whole point of an invitation is you get invited.
Yeah.
No, but you know how some like really rich people can pay to get invited? I don't think this is a scenario of that.
It's invite only.
You can get paid to get invited?
No.
Like,
like,
you can pay to get invited?
you know,
You can pay to play.
put some money on the table.
A little hush, hush.
Tickets. Here we go. Tickets. You want to guess?
$16,000 million.
For real
I'll
guess.
say 50 grand.
Oh, close. You were a little over. Tickets are $35,000 a piece, and tables range, if you want to buy a table, from $200,000 to $300,000.
All right, so I know we have a big budget on this show. So next year we're going to do this. We're going to get a table.
Would like NASCAR clothing,
Sponsor us?
Well, no, not even NASCAR sponsor us, but would NASCAR, like 90s NASCAR gear, be considered camp?
We should,
I would think so.
Like, could we have got in just wearing like an old Dale Earnhardt shirt and a Jeff Gordon?
Shorts
Yeah.
and like
Did you-
overalls.
Yeah.
Did you see Frank Ocean? He did not look dressed up at all. He was wearing like a windbreaker looking thing, and I think it was Prada because it had like the triangle logo looking thing. I couldn't see up close. You probably could have get away with that.
You know, the devil wears Prada. There's the thing is there's there.
It's a bandana movie.
Yeah. There was
a
another
good
both
movie.
thing. What?
What?
It's a bandana movie.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The Devil Wears Prada is a band too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
didn't know that.
Screamo band.
Oh, Screamo.
Yeah, they're okay.
Punkish screaming.
They're okay.
I don't really like them.
Okay.
Daryl likes them.
Durl.
Of course he does.
Daryl.
Durrell.
So,
So
yeah.
Odell Beckham was there in like a tux, but like he ripped the sleeves off. Like it was a sleeveless tux, and it was pretty funny.
We should have fun at the NASCAR banquet and have like a theme for the red carpet or something, just to like make it less stuffy and like, serious and like, wear like a ball gown.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have a theme.
The theme
It
for
should be
this
like
year
Met
is
Gala.
what theme would this year's banquet be?
I think we should ask the fans for that one.
Yeah.
Fans.
Let us know on Twitter
Yeah.
what you think the theme for this year's red carpet banquet would be.
Yeah.
Not a red carpet,
Pre-banquet.
Yeah, the banquet red carpet. Like
but then you go right
the
to the
awards.
banquet after that.
Well, the whole
So you
banquet.
wear it the whole time.
you wear
Okay,
it the
so
whole
our
time.
banquet attire theme.
Yeah.
Give us a theme, and we
I
should
think we
wear
should
it.
do it. I think NASCAR should make it happen.
Tweet us, #GCOE, #NASCAR, @NASCAR.
Do all of the tweeting things.
And then hashtag, what's the, what do they call it? What's the banquet hashtag? Awards? Is it NASCAR Awards?
Championship week?
Championship Week?
Champions Week.
Champions Week.
Champions week. We're so bad.
We are, you can tell that it's like the day after a race. We're just kind of like,
A race that was not on the right day.
Because she got back last night.
Yeah.
Went straight to the studio.
Went straight to the studio and we filmed Rearview Mirror.
Yeah.
Which is getting cut like right now on Tuesday morning. Should post Tuesday afternoon. So you can feel the vibrant.
Yeah. I got back. I actually walked in my door like 5:30.
Good for you.
I got back really early. It was great. The sun was up. I didn't have my dog, so I just kind of hung out at the house. And then I went over to a buddy's house and hung out there.
That's the beauty of a noon start time.
Hashtag NASCAR. Hashtag @NASCAR.
Hashtag please change all the start times.
Yeah.
It really
It's a
is
lot
nice.
better.
I
Oh,
think
it's
it's
great.
better for fans too, just because if they're traveling,
Yeah.
they don't have to worry about like driving late at night and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get paid enough to make those decisions, but it's very nice to be able to come home around dinner time
Mm-hmm.
on a well, it wasn't a Sunday, on a Monday.
On a Monday.
On a Monday.
But
On a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
apparently there's a new baby about to be born.
It's been born. It got
Oh.
borned.
Oh, I didn't know that. How old is he? Her?
It's a royal baby.
3 days?
3 days old?
3 days old? When
No,
was
it
it
was born on Monday.
It was born on Monday, so it's a day old?
A day old.
Wow.
So get this, my friend, you guys probably don't care because you haven't been on Royal Baby Watch. I don't really care. I think it's fun to talk
Royal
royals.
Baby Watch. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, Meghan Markle also seems like she's been pregnant forever. But I enjoy talking about royalty and monarchs and stuff because I think it's cool because there's a lot of history.
Like butterflies?
But I'm not like...
Monarch butterflies?
Am I allowed to flick you off on camera? I won't do it.
Yeah, probably.
Just do it under the table.
I haven't been on like Baby Watch, but I like to read the news stories and stuff because I think that's all that stuff's cool. But my friend Becky was over there for some horse races. There's some horse races over there. And she was talking to this photographer that's like a royal photographer who was asked to shoot the baby's portraits, but he decided to go on a trip with Camilla and Charles instead, but he gave her the insight. So like last Thursday, I knew via grapevine that she was due like Monday or Tuesday, and she was not having it at the hospital. She was having it at Frogmore, which is anyway.
Cool.
And then I found $5.
Welcome to Frogmore.
Cool.
Yes.
Frogmore, is that like the new
But I was like,
Harry
I was like,
Potter
who can I
house?
sell this info to
TMZ?
to make a buck?
The National Enquirer.
Oh, your
the,
pupper is tired. He must have been sorry.
he's zonked.
Squirrel.
He was playing all
He was at Pet Paradise.
weekend. Yeah, Pet Paradise if you're in Mooresville. I think
He
there's multiple
is
locations that do a great
exhausted.
job.
Why is he sleeping near us and not you? Does he like us better?
Must like us better. I've been farting the whole time.
Oh,
so-
perfect.
You had
I
peanut
do
butter
love
earlier.
the pupper snugs. So
You
he
did have
must
peanut butter.
get. He must. Oh, I did have peanut butter earlier.
Yeah.
He's kind of like facing you.
With his nose.
Yeah, it's like-
so he's
The
like,
pups
I
like to
smell.
snug with me.
Yeah. So I saw that Klondike had this thing the other, and it kind of ties in with the royal baby because
The baby
they
doesn't have a name.
Baby doesn't have a name. No,
Yet.
Klondike in the Klondike bars. You know, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Asked. Basically, they had a campaign that was, if you name your child Klondike, you would get free Klondike bars for life.
That's rough.
Is that
because
worth it?
I think that people could get made fun of if their name was Klondike.
I mean, Klondike's kind of a cool name.
It's kind of cool until people shorten it and just use the second
Klon?
half.
Oh, not
Use
Klon. The second half. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel
Especially
like
if
that
it's a
would be-
girl.
yeah.
There's a lot of bullying situations
mean
that are
girls out
potential.
I don't know. Honestly, yeah, Klondike bars are good.
You get them free for life. You don't get money.
No, you get.
No, I
get
need
paid in
cold.
Klondike?
I
Yeah.
need cold hard cash.
Unless you're turning around and selling them Klondike bars to the
Can I?
convenience
Yeah.
store.
Can I? I'm sure there's a clause in the
Then,
agreement that
yeah.
you can't resell them though. Can I have stock? Does Klondike have stock? Can I get stock in them Klondikes?
I don't know. I mean, what? Okay. Well, if you wouldn't name your kid Klondike for
You're gonna ask what other product you would
what other
name it?
yeah, what other
What
product?
was the one recently? Was it a KFC one where it was like the Colonel's name? Some other fast food company or something offered like $25,000. What was that? We had that story on here, and we were like, oh, we would actually name our kid that. It was actually kind of a cool name. And
I can't.
go back to the archives, fans,
I don't
find
know.
it for us.
Go back to all the episodes ever. and listen to
Arby,
all
would
of
you name
them.
your kid Arby?
Arby?
Yeah,
Like ARBY?
yeah. It'd be kind of funny because you're RB,
No, I'm not naming my kid Arby.
Arby Blaney.
No, because
Or Babe Blaney.
Arby Blaney. That's very clever, but I'm not naming my kid after a shitty
That's
roast
a-
beef place.
That's the question.
last year, KFC tried to convince parents to name their daughter Harlan
Yeah,
after KFC
Harlan.
founder
That's it.
Colonel Harlan Sanders in exchange for an $11,000 college fund. Why
Yeah.
$11,000? It's in honor of KFC's
Yeah.
11 herbs and spices.
Harland, I would do.
Huh.
Harland's kind of a badass name.
All
I'm
right.
trying to think of other.
What about-
Wendy?
Middle name Klondike. So
Again, not for free Klondike
Ryan
bar.
Klondike Blaney Jr.
Not for just bars, man.
Yeah.
Like
Give me some. I need a check.
I need
Cash money.
paper,
Cash
man.
Money.
Need to make that paper, son.
What other fast food places?
McDonald.
Donald.
Donald.
You name him Donald?
Donald's a
Whopper.
badass
What if you
name.
had to name it after a menu item like Whopper?
Big Mac? Big Mac?
Big Mac
Oh,
attack.
speaking of fast food, did you see where? So Chance the Rapper
Yeah, thank you.
tweeted something about
Yeah.
wanting the Wendy's spicy nugs back. And Wendy's was like, if you get 2 million retweets, we'll do it. And then it only took a day and a half.
Wow.
And then Wendy's tweeted, stay tuned.
I've never had those
I didn't
spicy
even know that they
nuggets.
had spicy nuggets. If I'm going to do chicken at a fast food place, it's going to be Chick-fil-A.
Or Zaxby's. Zaxby's is pretty stout.
Do you consider Zaxby's fast food though?
Yeah. Do you
They don't have
consider Chick-fil-A fast food?
Does
Zaxby's has a
have
drive-through.
Oh,
Yes,
they
it
do.
does.
Oh yeah.
So it is.
They've always
fast
had
food.
drive-through.
Yeah.
Zaxby's chicken is very good. I will
Zaxby's
give
chicken
them
is
that.
good, but
chicken is the shit.
Their Zax sauce is pretty good too.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna
It
still
is.
go Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna have Chick-fil-A and then I'm gonna
Ooh,
get
let's do a
Zax
blind.
sauce.
Let's do a blind taste test.
Yeah,
Blind
so you
chicken
can figure out
taste
what
test.
chicken it is.
Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, and Zaxby's.
Bojangles is
I'm
easy.
on board with
a little
this.
spice in the Bojangles.
But would you know it blind?
Would you know? Yeah.
The spicy one is
I
Bojangles.
think texture-wise, you'd be able to clearly identify Chick-fil-A because the breading, there's not really like breading
yeah,
per se like there is at the other two places.
it would be a fun one. And then
should
we
do
would just
that.
have a raw chicken leg. Like,
I'll get botulism.
Sturgill can eat that.
yeah,
Can I write that off? Can I expense that if I do that?
What?
If I go get us chicken next week?
probably.
I don't know.
Can we do a blind
Let's
taste test?
talk to Burroughs.
Hello.
Hey, maybe we can make that
Or
happen.
Tim Clark, can I
Tim,
expense
Tim,
that?
Tim. I know you're listening,
Can
Tim.
we do it for the people?
We need credit
For the
cards.
glassholes? There were a lot of glassholes in Dover.
Yeah,
Where?
I got, a bunch of people yelled,
glass
hey,
hole.
Glasshole.
Yeah,
Hey, glass hole. Speaking of the glass holes and like retweets and Twitters and all that, did notice a while back your buddy.
we got to get Dylan on.
Yeah,
Yep, Dylan.
Oh, that's right.
He's
How
the
many
one-
retweets did he get?
A lot.
Okay.
I don't know.
We didn't even
really
talk
sure
about
how much.
either his movie date you had with him.
Yeah,
yeah.
Tell the people.
the dude.
How did that come about? Because like he's just sitting there.
Oh, and I saw, where did I see him? And he was so mad because he didn't know you had already seen it before you had a date with him. He was not happy.
No, I told him I was going. I saw it. So we were going to see Endgame, me and Dylan, and I saw it Thursday night, opening night, and we were in Talladega, and so Dylan and I saw it Monday night, and I showed up at the theater, and he's sitting on this bench out in front of this theater in full Black Panther costume, like mask on and everything.
It looked legit. It was like cosplay.
I thought it was like a statue for a second. He was sitting still, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool prop." But
Did he try and scare you?
he was real. No. But they said he had to take his mask off before he went in the theater.
Really?
Yeah, you're not allowed to wear masks like in the
I could
buildings
see
or
that.
theaters.
It's kind of terrifying.
But no,
Yeah.
he wants to come on the podcast.
I think he
So we
tweets
should
way
have
too
him.
much for you to find that tweet.
He does.
I know.
He does.
I was going to see if I could find it, but it is a lot of tweeting. I'm back to April 23rd.
Tweeted. I need a picture of Sturgill.
That's a
Sleeping
while
Beauty.
ago.
He's sleeping-
Yeah,
so
so
cute.
at some point, I think the bar was at like 200,
Yeah.
and he surpassed that
He definitely
pretty
surpassed
quickly.
it. He actually just texted me. He's listening.
He's
in.
listening. We're live.
Holy jeez, that's weird.
Oh man,
Did
it was
he
crazy.
like right now? His ears must have been burning.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay,
So it was before we started talking about him.
okay. He knew.
He must have knew like
He knew.
into the future.
He felt there was a disturbance in the force.
I did think it was funny. There were a lot of people that had a conspiracy theory that NASCAR waited to start the race yesterday at noon because typically when we have a rain delay, they would normally schedule it for like 11, but it was at noon. And a lot of people were like, it's because all of the executives are staying up to watch Game of Thrones. I don't know if I believe that.
I watched it.
Did you?
I have no idea what's going on. I
I
don't know
don't
who
either.
anyone is. I've watched every episode this year.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any other ones. So I'm like,
Well, this
oh,
is cool.
So I was like, I don't really know what's going on.
A lot of dead people.
Well, there was a
fighting.
big
I'm
battle.
gonna wait and
There was a
binge
big
it.
battle last week, and then Sunday
People
there was,
died, I heard.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, just a huge battle.
That's not
Hang on,
spoiling
hang on, hang
anything.
on.
That's not spoiling
Are you
anything.
gonna
'cause
spoil anything?
No.
No, I'm just saying there was a huge battle. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say
And
who
even saying
perished
people
or who.
died doesn't spoil anything because
right.
people die in every episode.
You know, people
I knew
die.
that.
I'm
and
not
I don't
saying
even
which
watch
people
it.
die.
right.
Yeah. And then this new one was a little bit more low key, but it ended
Yeah.
pretty intensely.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see the new one?
I did. I felt it. So I was gonna watch it Sunday night. I got back at like 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I was asleep by 6 and woke up at 7:30 the next morning. So
Missed it.
yeah, missed it.
I'm
Missed it.
waiting
Watched it yesterday
to
though.
binge the entire series until after the season.
It was pretty cool. It was a good one.
Did you catch
Did you spot?
the error that they had in
The
it?
cup?
Yeah.
No, I no.
There was a
I don't
Starbucks
even know
cup.
what scene it was in. I don't know.
It was so it's the
it
scene.
was pretty blatant when you saw the
Daenerys
screenshot.
is sitting at a table. They're in a banquet hall, and
She-
Jon Snow is sitting on the table, and they're talking. And the Starbucks, she's holding a cup but then
They
somebody
could have
left
done
there.
so many things. They could have CG'd
Yeah.
a goblet over it. They could have done. A lot of people were like, "No, it wasn't a star." Or they were like,
You sure it
HBO
was a
was like,
Starbucks?
"It's not a Starbucks cup. It looks like a Starbucks cup. Maybe it's not."
But HBO did admit it was a mistake. They didn't catch it. And yeah, sometimes that stuff happens.
Yeah.
But the funny part is, in that same scene, the two showrunners, like the producers of the show, like the guys that have been the quality control and everything, were in the scene.
So
and they were
couldn't
facing
spot it.
her. So
Yeah.
they would have been looking right at it. And they didn't notice
Maybe
it. Yeah.
they were just like, this.
Yeah.
Write the time
I'm gonna
down.
write that
We've
time
been
down.
doing this shit for so long. We're tired of it.
Maybe
It's the last season.
Maybe Starbucks threw some dough their way.
I saw some just ridiculous theory that one of the spin-off shows is going to be like a time travel, and so it's prefacing that. And I was
Everyone's
like,
going the
that's
time
bullshit.
travel route,
Yeah.
just like Endgame.
Well, there's a whole like spin-off theory that they're going to go back
There's 3 spin-off shows in the works.
but I don't think they've fully greenlit. Like they're in the pre-production, like writing and sort of. All right, this is the concept. I don't think they've
How are they going to
committed
spin
to.
it? Have a spin-off when all of the characters are dying?
Well, so one way you could do it is you could go back to like the origins of
like
the
a
Night
prequel?
King.
Like a prequel.
So the guy that
Yeah,
the leader of the Army of the Dead. Not a spoiler.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know the Night King is. Yeah, you never really like.
Who is he?
Yeah,
You get one scene a couple of seasons ago where he gets stabbed with some dragon glass, and you're like, oh, now he's the Night King.
yeah.
Who was he? Was
Yeah.
he royalty? Was
No
he
idea.
some just lonely guy walking down the street and they're like, hey, you won't come sit up against this tree? We're going to stab you and make you immortal.
I don't know.
So the little forest
know.
people that did that.
We did report on the news
Crazy.
today that baby names now characters from Game of Thrones
Jon
are
Snow.
showing up on the list. No, what's
Daenerys.
the
Arya.
Arya showing up. Khaleesi showing up.
This is my daughter's Arya and Khaleesi. She's the mother of dragon fruit.
I mean, that's about in
Yeah.
line with this is my daughter
Klondike.
Talladega.
Or Klondike. You know?
Klondike.
People have some funky names, man.
I have a question. Why they were drinking such shitty coffee when they have such big budgets? Starbucks would not be my coffee of choice.
Maybe they just did a mass run.
Maybe.
They do shoot in some far-flung locations, so maybe they don't have access to high-quality coffee beans, but Starbucks, being the international house of coffee, is in pretty much any place that you go to. So maybe they were like, oh, right, pop down to Starbucks, get you a cup of coffee, have you a cup of Joe, you're good to go, right? Yeah, we're working all night, we're filming these battles at night. It's a big whole thing. You need a lot of caffeine at a reasonable price. So go get
Are
your...
we in Mary Poppins right now?
I don't know.
What? Yeah,
I
I was
don't
like-
know.
I saw
I'm going to
the-
write that down.
I
It's
saw the-
10:31.
There was some point I was like, I'd go with it, and then I'm like, he's going real that way. Okay.
My friend and her family for the last 2 weeks have been touring all the area where they film and stuff and going to all the castles. What was I about to say? Oh, I saw the figure for basically what it would have been if Starbucks had to pay for all the exposure
Yeah.
they've had of this. It's like $11 million for
that one.
that one, and then all the talk that's come after it.
So, like, you know, there was a movie, a little film called Fight Club, where there was a Starbucks cup in every scene.
Every single scene.
Every scene. But that was
Really?
that was also part of the whole thing about
gotta
that
go
was the
back and watch
consumer
it.
culture and like their, you know,
That movie still trips me up.
one of the greatest movies ever
It's
made.
great.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, it's just about to do with.
Split personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler!
Yes.
Sorry,
If you haven't
haven't
seen Fight Club.
But I got to go back and see if I can spot the Starbucks cup.
Every scene.
Yeah, there's
Every
like
scene?
there's like a Reddit. It's not every shot,
Oh,
but every scene.
every scene. There's just a
Yes.
difference.
Starbucks.
The Game
there's
of Thrones
probably
thing
like a
pisses me
Reddit
off,
thing.
though.
What? That pisses you
I don't
off?
think that's a Star
No,
Wars
just the quality control. Like when you have continuity issues in films
Well, you got to figure.
and TV, it's like, come on.
They spent 2 years filming and producing this season. We had to wait 2 years for this, and they miss a coffee cup.
Fair.
Like,
But it's blatant. It is
I
literally
know.
like, here.
No, I'm saying
We're
like,
in that. What?
how
what
many
age
times
is-
did they
what
watch
age
that
is
scene?
this supposed to be shot in?
I mean, it's a fantasy land, so there could technically be like,
F you. It's like, here is a
Yeah.
coffee cup. Meanwhile, she's drinking out of like a goblet. That's.
Well, I don't think it was a cup. I don't think it was a Starbucks cup. That
I
ain't
don't
no
either.
Starbucks. All right, it kind of looks like a Starbucks cup now that I can actually see it.
It looks
up
like
close
they
and personal.
blurred maybe the logo because you can't.
That's even worse if they blurred the logo.
Yeah,
they're
why don't
like,
you just
they're
do
like,
the whole
oh,
thing?"
we'll just blur the logo.
Maybe they just wanted people to, because they knew it was. Because I did not watch it, and I do not watch Game of Thrones. I'm going to eventually, so don't at me. Maybe like, this is not one of our better episodes of the final season, so we need people to talk about something. So we're gonna leave the Starbucks cup in there so they talk about this episode, and everybody wants to watch it. Is my theory.
I thought it was a good episode though.
I thought it was pretty good.
I just heard compared to others,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't as action packed or something.
That's like it was the more of the Game of Thrones. Oh, so get back to the political
It's all
stuff.
about a game.
Yeah, you play the Game of Thrones. You play the Game of Thrones to
Man,
win.
now I really do want to get into it soon.
Like I said, I've been entertained at just watching the final season.
and that's
Are you not
the point. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
Like everybody dissects all of this stuff and looks for these hidden meanings
No, I
in
want
every
like
little thing.
sometimes
and,
I just want mindless entertainment.
and it's pretty to look at, and it's fun
Did you
to
see
watch.
a lot of naked people?
Not in this one.
No, not in this one.
Really
there
don't,
really hadn't been any naked ones this year, unfortunately.
A lot of dead bodies. Not a lot of nudity.
A lot of dead bodies, and then they get up,
Yeah,
and they
get
die
back down.
again.
Yeah.
What did you
Really
think?
dialed
Did we talk
back on
about
the-
the episode? Was it a week or two ago when it was dark?
Yeah.
The cinematography was shitty.
The big battle.
Now, I was talking.
So much so that people watching
I-
it couldn't figure out who died in those scenes.
But I was talking with some of my TV nerd friends, that we produce TV. Oh, good man. And the streaming aspect of it, when you have that many people streaming something, it's compressed.
The quality.
The quality decreases. So if you were able to go and get the full res, like 4K version, and watch it on a 4K, you would see more.
Okay.
So when you have dark colors, you're lost in the blacks. That's gonna be.
I didn't really think about
There's
the fact
gonna be
that
degradation
like, people
there.
streaming it all at the same time, it would affect.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of weird.
That whole thing is about compression. Have you seen what's the TV show on HBO with Middle Out?
What are we
Somebody just
talking? What
popped
is
in.
Chuck talking about right
The-
now?
Silicon Valley, and then Burroughs came in and
Everyone's
everyone,
good.
Nerd. I only watched like the first 2 episodes of the first season of Silicon Valley.
but their whole thing is about compression and how do you get faster compression to get videos out there to the people faster. Because in order to watch shit on your phone, you got to compress it down, and if you want it to look good, you got to figure out a new way to compress.
Put it in a vice.
I'm not a nerd. I just learned this stuff from working in
Nerd stuff.
nerd stuff for the
Production.
past 10 years.
Nerd.
Nerd.
Nerd alert!
Nerd alert.
Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
Speaking of nerd alert, let's take a quick break and get in a word from one of our sponsors.
Well, for the upcoming All-Star Weekend, I'll have a pretty awesome program going with Body Armor that I'd love to tell you guys about if you don't mind. Not only are they my primary sponsor on my car at Kansas and Charlotte, but we're really excited to share that Body Armor will be running a limited edition 28-ounce bottle featuring our paint scheme from this year. They'll be available in Circle K locations around the Charlotte area. If you want to learn more, head over to at Drink Body Armor social channels on Twitter and Instagram to learn a little bit more about it. And the flavor inside it is Blackout Berry. It's my favorite, and the bottle looks great. And I can't wait for you guys to see the car here at Kansas and the All-Star race and a couple more races this year.
Wow, that was an excellent ad.
Thank
It
you.
was so
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
You did such a
You
good
know, I
job.
didn't want to read it like an ad.
Right.
I tried
You wanted
to.
like a conversation.
I tried to have I tried to just work it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to work it
The
in.
musical selection, just on point.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It was fantastic. And I just heard something in there
That
about
was so
Christopher.
faint.
I heard something about
Christopher
Christopher
Walken.
Walken in my ear.
I heard about that.
Yeah, but
I like
I
him.
don't know.
He was great in Winning
He was
Pictures.
good.
He should be the Grand
Listen,
Marshal.
I want to read an ad
How do you
for
think
you
How do you think he would deliver
about
the,
stuff for you.
deliver the command, Christopher Walken?
What? Gentlemen,
I said he should be the Grand Marshal. How do you think?
start
he
your
would-
engines. Gentlemen, start your engines. That was more
Can we get a
That's
Twitter
weird.
campaign to get Christopher Walken as
To
Grand,
NASCAR?
as
That'd be
Grand
awesome.
Marshal? It'd be
Whoa.
perfect for the All-Star race.
all of you drivers.
whoa.
Start your
I
engines.
was like, wow. They're going so fast, and oh my God.
I had no idea.
That's more like John Travolta.
Oh, gee.
How would John Travolta do the start your engines? Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Start your engines, okay?
They should start choosing Grand Marshals more based on how they would deliver the command.
Like
in my
William
opinion.
Shatner?
William Shatner, maybe a James Earl Jones,
Drivers. Start your
Paul
engines.
Rubens.
Paul Rubens?
great.
Like Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
Like Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Is he back to being like, are we able to bring him around and
Back
again?
to acceptable status? I'm not quite sure.
He had a whole thing. Google Paul Rubens.
Oh, did he have a bad thing going
He
on?
had
he
a
had a
Pee
bad
Wee
little
Herman
run.
incident in a theater back in the.
He had a Pee Wee Herman incident in the theater?
Yeah.
His Pee Wee
I used
Herman
to
was
love
out.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
He had his own little playhouse in the theater.
He also was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original. People forget that. I'm trying to get away from the fact that we're talking about some inappropriate things.
You delivered that so great. He had his Pee Wee Herman out in the theater.
Oh man, who else would give a good,
Oh my
interesting
God,
command?
man.
Oh, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Picture.
What was he watching? I want to learn more about this.
Oh God.
I could. We'll get off of it. We'll get off of it.
I want to know now too.
My uncle-
Keep talking about something that
My
you
uncle
wait. no-
loved Pee Wee Herman, like the show. He loved it, and
My mom loved the
I
show.
remember watching it as
yeah.
a kid. I could hear him in that voice in the theater.
It was a really cool set. Very artistic.
It
We're
was.
waking,
and
we're waking up Sturgill with our
you know who was in that?
the show or the
Yeah.
movie?
The show.
What?
Lawrence
Who?
Fishburne.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think of Pee Wee Herman.
Samuel L. Jackson would be a good
Oh yeah,
Grand Marshal. I think there would be like a motherfucker in the
Yep.
command.
At 10:41.
he knew you were gonna say it.
All you drivers,
He knew.
start these motherfucking engines.
Yeah. Who else would be good?
Oh.
Who did a great command years back? It was Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's done
and that guy from King of Queens.
Um.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was
They
a
did one and it was awesome.
if
Yeah.
I was a sponsor, because I think a lot of times the sponsor representatives get to do the command. If I had a large company and was sponsoring something, instead of myself doing the command, I would defer it to a celebrity that would get more attention, and they would be introduced like on behalf of blah 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 blah. We have Samuel L. Jackson giving the command, and then you would get even more attention for your company.
Yeah. Burroughs texted and said, Phil Hartman,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
R.I.P..
He would have been a good one. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such educational films as Black Asphalt, Red Paint. Or, no, that's
What
not
about Chris Farley? What kind of command would he give?
He would just yell.
Yell. Go red. Go red.
Hang on.
Go really, really.
Dad, I can't see too good. Is that old Bill Shakespeare over there? You're not gonna be using that paper for writing. You're gonna be using it for rolling the doobies. So drivers, start your engines.
Yeah, we need.
That almost sounded like
Right, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
a little bit of Macho
Another
Man
good
in
one
there.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, any wrestler from
Yeah.
back in like that time, like Hulk Hogan.
I want them
or
to give it
Macho
as
Man,
a character.
The Rock.
their character.
The Rock.
I would love to
be
hear
good.
The Rock as The Rock.
Steve Austin.
He should
Yeah.
do it for the final Homestead finale this year.
Yeah.
Steve Austin crushing beers.
Yeah,
Right.
Like at the start finish line,
Crushing
saying "Drivers,
beers,
start your engines."
rattlesnake
like,
arms,
Yeah, that would
going
be
at
the
it.
most NASCAR thing in the history of NASCAR.
Yeah.
Hashtag NASCAR at NASCAR. Make it happen. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I want to see him do the Stone Cold Stunner on somebody at the start finish line. Royal Rumble coming to you at Daytona.
Make
That'd be
commands
awesome.
great again.
Hashtag make commands great again.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that is a good
it
one.
is.
Yeah.
We make hats.
You know, Last Week Tonight always does that. They get tweets and hashtags going. Can we get make commands great again going?
yeah. Let's do it. Make commands great again.
That'd be a pretty good one.
Tweet us with your choice for Grand Marshal.
Because I gotta say,
Hey, buddy.
I do love. Oh,
Hey, buddy.
good morning.
Hey, buddy.
As much as I love the king, I liked the command, but
Mm-hmm.
it was very like energy wise even keel.
That's what the king is.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, it's
it
a
was
cool
very.
guy.
It was very.
He doesn't. You know what?
Hey.
The king doesn't give a damn what
Yeah,
you
that's
think.
what I'm saying. It was very much
That's
in
what the king
his
is.
in his aura.
He's like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all start your engines now.
He actually went
Go ahead.
retro.
What'd he do?
Gentlemen.
Oh. Well,
Gentlemen.
it is an accurate statement.
Yeah, it's accurate.
There are
now.
only gentlemen
Yeah.
starting their engines.
Yeah.
I
The
agree.
king just got up there, just
Gentlemen,
hanging
start your
out.
engines.
Yep. All right.
He's like,
Them
he probably couldn't
engines.
even. He didn't probably have to say anything. He probably should have been like this.
He should have.
Yeah.
Fired up.
Like,
Has
okay.
anybody ever signed the command?
I'm sure.
Like as
but-
that the only thing? Like not you know what I'm saying? Like instead of actually saying it, signing it.
When we did last year, we did the Feeling Speed documentary about the deaf NASCAR fans,
Oh, cool.
which was on
I don't think I saw
FS1.
that.
It was a good little 15-minute mini doc.
Yeah.
We're doing another series of them this year. Neil Bonnet is one of the subjects. It's going to be a good one.
Okay.
But he gave the command at one of the races, but I think somebody else said it, like translated it.
Okay.
But he did give the command.
Okay.
That's cool.
Gotcha.
So yes,
Speaking of documentaries, have you guys watched that Free Solo
Oh
documentary?
my God, yes.
Dude.
Were
I
you
watched it.
were you not sweating watching it?
I will. Yeah. Have you heard of it? Free
yes,
Solo?
I've heard of it.
You haven't watched it
I
yet?
haven't watched it because
It is ridiculous.
How much did you hate the girlfriend in it though?
Oh,
I just wanted her out. Get rid of her.
I did not like her not one bit. She's like,
she needed to be
it's.
cut.
I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, but the
she's like, you need to stop this right now. You need to stop this right now.
then she would be like bipolar. She would be like, I want you to chase your dreams. And then she'd be like, why are you doing this?
Asking him all these questions. She's like, honey, I'm about to go climb this with nothing.
Yeah.
Stop telling me I'm going to die.
She was terrible.
She
but
was
the
the
documentary
worst.
was very good. She was the worst.
Documentary was great.
I've heard great things.
It was super cool.
I don't know how they do it.
Well, you put one arm up, then you put the other, and then you pull.
That dude, I think, how high was it? 3,500 feet?
Oh my God, it was
Meters?
massive. But the ones where it's like a sheer, like whatever you call it. What do you call it when it's like literally like
Cliff,
Crack.
Yeah,
crevice,
like there's a word
crevasse,
for it. It's like is it
sheer
Where
face,
it's
rock
just-
face,
like like a rock face? But that's not the word I was looking for.
ghost face killer, Inspector Deck.
Where
You
you
God.
are literally
Wu-Tang
like he
Clan.
literally was grabbing onto like niches that were like just indentations that were like a quarter of an inch
Yeah.
and just like grabbing.
No idea.
I don't know how he did it.
You know what they
But
say?
I wanted to know how they got down. Once he sorry if I'm
Maybe
ruining
you
this.
walk down the back of it or
He ends up
something.
actually climbing it.
Well, they're not
Sorry.
going to make a documentary of the dude falling to his death.
You never know. There was that bear documentary.
I got nervous though when they were
Bear?
talking about
Grizzly Man.
Bear Grylls?
No. Grizzly Man, where he went and talked to the grizzlies and hung out with the grizzlies.
He got
then he
eaten
got
by a
ate by a
grizzly?
grizzly.
Ooh.
Oh.
ee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous because the crew was nervous.
Yeah.
So they have this crew, these shooters that also have to be proficient in the climbing of the rocks.
Yeah.
And they were nervous. So I was like, oh, I was sweating so bad during
Yeah.
that movie.
It was crazy. He tried to do it. Well, I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I've said this before. My stance on sport, like I don't care if you spoil it for me. If it's
Yeah.
good, it's good. It'll hold up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if I
don't
know the surprise plot twist.
Yeah. There's not really a plot twist.
crazy. Like people
But-
die all the time doing this.
Oh yeah, I think Sturgill's dropping bombs.
I don't
over
know.
Here.
Is he farting?
It's either Sturgill or Kim, but I'm
not
I'm
me.
going with
I think his breath stinks for
Well,
some
he
reason.
has been at.
He has a stinky
at-
breath,
well,
and
he went
he's
to,
been to the Pet Paradise
Pet Paradise.
place.
I think you always get the dogs come back like a little smelly after that.
Yeah.
They're always like a little weird.
Yeah.
Like off.
Nervous.
Off. A little off
A
after.
little funky smell. I think he's been worn out too. He's been playing with a bunch of other dogs for the past few days, and I
Oh,
gotta
the
give him a bath
puppers.
when we get home. I gotta brush his teeth, give him a
Sturgill.
little mouth treat
He's a sweet
that
boy.
cleans his mouth
Yeah.
so he doesn't have stank breath.
it's puppy breath.
You've been making out with other dogs over
Have
there,
you
huh?
been making out
Yeah?
with those
You've
bitches?
You've been licking butts over there, huh, boy?
He is.
Butt licker.
He is exhausted.
Yeah, he is.
Listen to me, butt licker. You seen The Office?
Yeah.
The episode where my name's I forgot what it was. Something
I don't
butt licker.
recall. Yeah.
He was like, butt licker. We have the best deals going.
I never understood dogs sniffing each other's rear
That's how they
ends.
get to know each other.
Weird.
yeah.
It's like,
Like, could you
we
we
shake
shake
hands.
hands, they sniff asses.
I
It's
mean,
weird.
you know.
maybe you can tell because they have such keen sense of smell. Maybe they can smell things that we don't, like the health of the dog. Like maybe
Maybe.
if you're a dog, emits a weird smell if you're unhealthy, and so they want to stay
Don't
away.
wanna play
I
with
don't
you.
know.
Yeah.
You got a healthy butt.
It's weird, man. You take him to like dog bars and stuff,
Yeah.
like Lucky's or something, and like all the dogs will run to that new dog,
Yeah.
and everyone will like take turns sniffing his butt, and they will depend if they like him or not. It's really weird.
I just like watching like Otis, his nose, when he's like in a new environment. You just watch it, and it's got a mind of its own. It's moving like in all directions. Oh, I love puppies.
They always like run around to like a spot over here, then they run to this spot. And they're like, what's this? This is a new smell. I've never smelled this smell
This is
before.
a
What's
new
this? What's
smell.
going on here?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Funny
Go
stuff,
puppers.
Yeah. Damn,
Your
son.
ears flipped, Sturgill.
Oh, little guy. Little guy's all tuckered out. Yeah. So Kansas
Just said good boy.
Kansas.
coming out
Saturday night race.
Saturday night.
before Mother's Day. You doing anything special for Mother's Day?
For Lisa.
Probably just go see mom. Probably just go see mother.
Yeah.
Lisa.
My mom's going to the beach.
You get to celebrate Emma. Since she's a mom now.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be in town.
Oh.
I think she'll be in West Virginia. But
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Yeah.
so
Take me home.
How is little Louie?
Louis is great. He I saw him before I went to Dover. They were in town because my younger sister graduated from Alabama this weekend. And so they came into town. And so I saw him, fed him. I'm pretty sure he shit on me.
Oh.
That will happen.
But there was diaper and pants in the
Okay.
way. So
There
like
was-
not
yeah.
on me, but he shit while I
you
was
were
holding
holding
him.
him.
And I felt the
The heat.
aftershock
Yeah.
and the heat. Like the vibration
Yeah.
on my arm and,
And
I
the
was
weight.
holding him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a little bit.
Yeah.
It was weird. He got lighter and heavier at the same time. It was the craziest thing.
It shifted. The weight shifted.
It's a
There was a
super weird deal.
distribution.
Shifting of
Yeah.
distribution of weight changed.
That little guy's playing.
He's like, hello.
He tuckered out, boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Look at his
tuckered
ears
out.
right now.
I might have tuckered out.
They're standing up straight.
He looked like a.
Hello.
He looked strange.
This is the point in the show where we take
Oh,
pictures
look, he's
of
like, take a picture.
of
Take my
Sturgill?
picture. Paint me like one of your French girls.
pay me like your French dog.
It's like, let me stretch out for you.
Yes, I will stretch out.
He
And,
has gotten bigger since the last time he was in
A
studio.
little bit.
Just a tidbit.
I'm excited for him to keep growing a little bit more.
He's a good size right now.
I'd like him to be a little bit bigger.
A little bigger?
Like, because I
Sturgill.
can't walk next to him and touch him. Like, I have to actually get
You
down a
wanna
little
be
bit,
able to-
and I want to be. I think that's like a perfect height. If he's like finger reach
Okay.
for me,
Yeah. Just
Sorry, I was
filming.
doing a thing.
hello.
I think
Keep
that'd be
talking.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
So
Sturgill.
he's like, "Why are you?"
Does he ever
filming?"
bark?
Very rarely. Doesn't bark a lot.
Really?
Mm-mm. He's very.
Have you heard him
quiet.
bark?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He'll bark when he gets like really excited.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but he'll rarely bark. Like if we're just at home,
Yeah.
he won't. Like, cows. My neighbors doesn't. He
Yeah.
doesn't like bark at them. He sits at the door
Yeah.
and just looks at him, but
Yeah.
he won't bark.
Otis doesn't really bark, but he will bark at dogs on TV and horses on TV.
Horses. That is an interesting.
He barks more at dogs on TV than he does at dogs in person. He doesn't really bark at dogs in person.
Yeah.
He's like, I know those dog actors are overpaid. I could do better. He gets angry.
He gets angry. You know, there's probably a lot of horses in Kansas where we're
Maybe.
heading.
Yeah.
Anything else to talk about Kansas?
I like the area. I like the
Okay.
racetrack. The stuff they have right outside the racetrack is awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot to do around it.
I really want to check out at some point one of the soccer games there.
Oh yeah.
The Kansas City
yeah. Get after it, brother.
KC is it
KC Sporting?
Sporting KC, Sporting Kansas
KC.
City. Yeah, it's a cool little spot right there.
Yeah. We should try to get in there and do a practice day. Ooh. Like a little
Kick the
soccer.
football around, yeah.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of footy.
Yeah.
Right before soccer.
Little foot jobs. Yeah.
Foot job?
I don't know if that's
Careful with that. That's,
careful. You know, speaking of foot jobs, it's time to.
I'm gonna just ignore that.
Isn't that what they call
It's an FJ.
soccer over there?
What about a ZJ?
A
If you got to
job?
ask, you can't afford it.
Oh,
we don't
man.
want a ZJ or an HJ or any kind of J.
We just want you on our team,
Just
man.
one shot of team.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm
So there's that.
a video of Sturgill to my Instagram story.
That's good.
Which that's what I was filming when you.
He's like, Dad,
said
is
that.
it time to go? I'm tired.
We're ready to go. Man, I think he is dropping bombs because I just smelled one.
Which means it is time to go.
He's looking at me like, dude, I've been farting. I'm going to poop right here.
They probably are giving him treats that he doesn't usually have at that
Yeah.
place, and so it messes up his tummy.
Yeah.
We should
Poor Sturgill.
get a poop knife for him. Well,
Yeah.
he wouldn't really need
It's a
one.
poop knife.
No,
Although you might to get the bags, like to put it in the bags.
Yeah, mate.
Have you had to pull a dingleberry off yet?
No.
Oh, that's
He's a good job of chopping them off.
He also's not really like doesn't have like
He's
wavy
got a good turd cutter.
or curly hair. When
Yeah,
you have
he's-
dogs that have wavier hair, you get some dingleberries.
He's got
Is Otis?
his
yeah, Otis has had a couple of
his
dingleberries.
beehole is pretty clear, so he doesn't really have
Just
a lot
gets
of hair
out good.
over there. Yeah.
And to be clear, rate and review on iTunes.
Yeah.
Like us, subscribe in YouTube and Facebook. Go to Facebook and do
Group.
that too.
Yeah.
And
And
avoid the dingleberries.
Otis, my man.